Mr. Deepak Kanegaonkar was born in 1954 in a highly cultured middle-class Brahmin family from village Kanegao of Usmanabad district, Marathwada. He had a serious inclination for health and wellness from his early teenage days. At the age of 16 years, he was a long-distance marathon runner. At the age of 18, he was a sharpshooter with 98% score in bullseye, and subsequently at the age of 19, he took up weightlifting and bodybuilding. At the age of 21, he was holding three titles: Mr. Shivaji University, Mahan Kolhapur Kesari, and Mr. Kolhapur, and was also holding the title of Best Abdominals in the All India Bodybuilding competition held by Post and Telegraph Department. He was considered a replica of Bruce Lee during that period. Under the able guidance of Sri Bibhishan Patil, he used to perform feats of strength, including breaking of milestone on abdominals with a sledgehammer while sleeping on the bed of broken soda water bottle glasses. His passion for health and wellness didn't leave him. He was the chief promoter of Project Sagrori Sunrise under the auspices of Sanskruti Samvardhan Mandal in Nanded district of Marathwada. Under this project, he adopted 30 boys and 20 girls to train these young, underprivileged potential athletes from socially backward category with rural background in short distance, middle distance, and long distance marathon categories. The project, which took off in the year 2004, has produced more than 100 athletes so far, and there is a brilliant track record of winning races, especially the long distance and marathon category in major events, namely Standard Chartered Marathon. He provided training, good food, diet, supplements, training equipments, clothing, uniform, as well as a one on one psychological counseling and motivation to the athletes. For his spiritual affiliations, he claimed his loyalties to Sri Bhagwan Sadguru Sri Sridhar Swami Maharaj. Among his various ways of offering seva, he produced devotional music albums as one of them. The last album, titled Sadguru Gite, music by renowned Sri Ashok Patki, late Sri Yashwant Dev, and Sri Ajit Kadkade, was a massive success. The latest album being titled Om Namo Sadguru, music by Sridhar Phadke and sung by eminent artists like Asha Bhosle, Ashwini Bhede, Aarti Anklekar, Sanjeevni Bhelande and Suresh Wadkar.
त्रिविध तापहार कहे गुरु पाय त्रिविध तापहार कहे गुरु पाय भव सिंधु से तार कहे गुरु पाय गुरु पाय गुरु पाय स्वात्म सुखाचे बीज हे गुरु पाय स्वात्म सुखाचे बीज हे गुरु पाय ज्ञानाचे निज गुज हे गुरु पाय ज्ञानाचे निज गुज हे गुरु पाय गुरु पाय गुरु पाय नमो सद्गुरु नमो सद्गुरु ओम नमो सद्गुरु ओम नमो
He also completed a book under the title Bliss vs. Blessings in English, wherein an effort is being made to find a correlation between our destiny, our efforts versus karma, and the God. Another book under the title Truth Beyond Religion was under its completion, comprising of 52 articles, wherein an attempt was made to find the search for the ultimate truth, crossing borders, boundaries, and limitations of religion. His industrial career started at an early age of 21 by setting up a sugar factory with a politically connected financial partner in a record period of 16 months. Break even achieved in the first year of operation, he tripled production capacity in the third year. He was forced to exit the sugar business in the year 1983, penniless due to political interference and serious threats to his life. It was a consequence of inflow of profits and prosperity. It was then, with only 150 rupees in his pocket, he entered Mumbai to be a first generation Maharashtrian industrialist. He forayed into hazardous chemical storage industry by constructing 5,000 kiloliter liquid bulk storage tanks situated on a 1.5-acre industrial plot located in the heart of Navi Mumbai industrial belt. It was 40 kilometers from JNPT port. Facility had additional 20,000 square feet storage space for other hazardous chemicals in bags and smaller containers. With a world-class facility sprawling over 12 acres of land located at Pali district Raigad, it was rated as the second largest manufacturer and third largest market player in India in the sector of oil field chemicals, glycol ethers and automobile specialties. Clients included ONGC, HPCL, BPCL, Opel, Maruti Suzuki, Mobil, Castrol and Total. He further diversified into deluxe perfumes in 1999 with two flagship products, Lata Eau de Parfum in the name of Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar for the domestic market and Urvashi Eau de Parfum for the French market. Urvashi was launched in 1999 at Paris in a function held and sponsored by the Indian ambassador to France, Mr. Kawal Sibbal. More than 300 professionals from the media had gathered to witness the launch of the first Indian deluxe perfume in the world market. The launch was a much talked about event of the month and was at headlines with print, TV, and radio media of France for quite some time. Miss Viveka Babaji, a suave Indo-French model who was the third runner-up in the Miss World pageant and who was a recipient of Miss Mauritius title, represented Urvashi in France as the brand ambassador, whereas the top-notch photographer of Indian ad world, late Mr. Gautam Rajadhaksha, was the art director to the project. To top this all, Madame Anne Forsyth, who was the managing director of Calvin Klein Fragrances in France, left her most sought after job to join Mr. Deepak and then headed French operations of Gun Sugandh, the perfumery company of Mr. Deepak Kanegaonkar from 1999 to 2004. In less than 3 months from its launch, Urvashi was being retailed through top-notch perfume and cosmetic chains in Paris like Sephora, Le Printemps, Galeries Lafayette, where waiting period for any new product to enter the shop was between 3 to 5 years. It sold over 55,000 bottles worldwide without a single euro discount. This was in competition with top brands like Chanel, Christian Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, and went into history as the first Indian entrepreneur who successfully sold Indian deluxe perfumes in Paris, France, and then to the European Union. Urvashi was also rated as one of the most expensive perfumes in the Paris market with its silver flacon fetching a price of 240 euros per bottle in the duty-free retail market. Lata Eau de Parfum, the Deluxe celebrity perfume in the name of Nightingale of India, Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar, was launched in 1999 at Hotel Leela Kempinski, where a strong gathering of 2,500 guests representing the who's who from music, movie, media, and sports industry were present for the grand event. Here, seven top-rated celebrity heroines, each representing seven era of Hindi film industry of past half a century, that is Baijantimala, Saira Banu, Hema Malini, Farida Jalal, Rati Agnihotri, Shri Devi, and Preeti Zinta were present to decorate the dais and brighten the launch of Lata Odapakfa. Bharat Ratna Lataji herself was a shining star of the evening to commemorate the launch of the perfume of the century, as aptly described by the print and audio visual media. The unstoppable vertical graph continued from 1983 to 2003. However, after an Indian chemical conglomerate from the private sector established monopoly in the Indian chemical scenario towards the beginning of 2004, the chemical operations of Mr. Deepak Kanegaonkar's chemical empire suffered severe setbacks and virtually collapsed towards the end of 2004. It seriously affected the functioning of perfume division in India and France. In the capacity of founder, owner, and chairman, he spearheaded DK Group of companies with interests in various industrial fields such as writing inks, branded perfumes, refining and recycling of oils, tank farming, warehousing, oil field chemicals, and automobile specialties. Though few enterprises did extremely well, few faced some major challenging situations and underwent testing times and turbulent periods due to certain situations beyond our control. At the beginning of 2015, he forayed into health and wellness business with focus on healthy substitute for natural sugar and common salt. Both products being invented and researched are now being ready for domestic as well as global launch. With all the humility at heart, Mr. Deepak is a classic example of an entrepreneur, an industrialist, an inventor, and a marketing genius, all fused into one singular personality who was a fighter, a tireless, resourceful, honest, hardworking, and perpetual optimist. There are hardly any comparable cases as examples for reference of exceptional fight given in the past few decades among small and medium scale enterprises. Good music and good movies, good health and good diet were his major hobbies. Before digitalization of music happened with the onset of music on demand channels like YouTube, he had a humble collection of 150,000 songs from various languages, countries, genre, and category in various formats collected and stored in an extremely well organized fashion. Any Marathi or Hindi song between the year 1940 to 1985 could be played by him in less than 60 seconds if a farmaish is made by anyone. Unfortunately, he was detected with stage 4 colon cancer in July of 2018. He took over 38 chemotherapies for 18 months and put up one of the toughest fights to colon cancer, which had spread to his lungs and liver.
निर्बल से लड़ाई बलवान की निर्बल से लड़ाई बलवान की ये कहानी है दिए की और तूफान की ये कहानी है
Fighting literally till his last breath. On 21st of Feb 2020, he passed away in Mumbai. His wife, my mother, Mrs. Sulekha Kanegaonkar, who was with him through his thick and thin, through his glory and through his suffering, also needs a special mention here. Her moral, physical, emotional support was with him till the very end. His one in million personality, his ever optimistic attitude, his never die spirit will be missed forever. His teachings and philosophies about life, karma, about there being no shortcuts in life, will be lived on through his wife, children, family, and friends. In the capacity of his daughter, myself, Prajakta, I can claim that he was the most loving husband and the most supportive father. He was a tough teacher and the most practical philosopher. However difficult it is, acknowledging the fact of his demise, we all pray that he is in a better and a more peaceful place closest to Swamiji.
रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के।